Okay, what are, how do you think the Americans with Disability affected your family?
Well, I think, word this. It improved it because if it didn't, it would make it really, really hard to like take Kylie anywhere. The ADA helped with schooling. So our lives would be completely different because with all those protections out of the way, like businesses wouldn't be required to have accessible entries. So I would have to lift her wheelchair and take her in every single place and take her out. So when you look at like going into like Hy-Vee or the movie theater and stuff like that, before the ADA, the majority of them didn't have that stuff. So some places are exempt. So have you guys ever been to the old market? A lot of their stores have just steps. So she can't go in there because it's too high. So, if all the stores were that way, she wouldn't be able to do anything.
Okay, so this year's History Day theme is taking a stand. From your personal experience, how does the Americans with Disabilities Act match the theme?
Well, it's taking a stand for Americans who have disabilities, and they need to be treated as equals among society. So, kind of a stand that we kind of took here. There was no person in a wheelchair before my daughter came for a really, really long time here. And we kind of made some suggestions about things that needed to be fixed to here at the school to make it easier for her. So one of the additions that they did was the ramp in the auditorium so she can get up onto the stage, because I'm sure there's going to be in the future children with, in wheelchairs that can't climb stairs. So that was one of them. Without the ADA, they could have told us no, and then she just wouldn't have been able to perform, in the plays and stuff. So I think that matches the theme very well.
Okay. How did you feel when you found out that your daughter had a disability?
Well, I was very young when she was born, so I didn't really fully understand the complications that she would have as a teenager. I didn't think that far ahead. We just thought about her as a baby because with her brittle bones when she was born, she had a fractured skull, a broken arm, and a broken leg. And we just were worried about that. And a lot of the kids who have osteogenesis imperfecta die at an early age. So that's what we were more concerned about. Now as she gets older and she's past that stage, we're more worried about like making everything accessible for her, college, jobs, things like that.
Okay. How does it feel when you guys aren't able to do things that your whole family wants to do?
I don't take no for an answer. I pretty much say if it's not accessible, we're going to figure out a way to make it work. If I have to carry her into a building and then carry her wheelchair, that's what I'll do. One of our favorite music venues in Omaha, in their basement where they hold concerts, there's no wheelchair ramp. So I have to carry her down 5 flights of stairs and then carry her chair down and then back up. So I can see how with some families when that's not possible, it would be a very sad thing. We know of a guy who he has the same disease and he's homebound because his disability part of it is so bad that he has to have a wheelchair van and he doesn't have one, so he can't get in and out very well. So having that stuff and having the ADA helps with that. If that wasn't there, it'd be very sad.
Okay. Do people treat your family differently because of Heidi's disability?
Yes and no. Yes, a lot of them until they get to know her. A lot of people feel sorry for her, especially when she was little, because you would see a 4-year-old in a wheelchair, and people would say, "Oh, that's so sad," and some people would talk to her like she's a baby, like even up until now,
Yeah.
and it's kind of insulting because she's actually a very smart girl. A lot of people want to overhelp. She can do a lot on her own, but a lot of people think, oh, she's disabled, we need to do everything for her, which isn't true. And then there's some people who just are rude, about and just treat people horribly. And we've run into a few instances like that. For the most part, everybody that we've run into in life so far has been pretty cool, especially her classmates in like the school. We moved here almost 5 years ago, and we were kind of worried with it being a bigger city and a bunch of different cultures and how that would affect how she was treated. And she has never had one instance of bullying since we've been here. So that says a lot about our schools.
That's all the questions.
That's it? Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
No problem. You need more.